Guys, welcome back to my YouTube and welcome back to another video. We're starting off our morning with my same old morning routine as always. If there's one thing that brings me peace, it is my morning routine. Pretty extensive, but it makes me feel good. Before I eat breakfast, we're still on the apple cider vinegar aloe grind, and I'm so proud of myself for that because usually I fall off so hard in my off season and I stop doing this little gut health concoction in the morning, but I'm still on the grind. And I recently just got my blood work done. Some things are still pretty down-regulated from prep. My thyroid's still slightly down-regulated. I'm not concerned about it because I'm eating a ton of food and I'm maintaining where I'm at, but we want to get it up to optimal levels. So Kyle has me on a full supplement protocol. It's pretty extensive. A lot of it actually is to help repair my sex hormones that are very down-regulated. And that's going to be a huge thing we're talking about today because I just feel like I have been in such a funk. Sorry, I have to count 20 drops of this. But then I realized once I got my blood work back that, oh, okay, I am in such a funk because my hormones are not in a good place. And this just comes to show you, like, I'm 3 months post-show. I have stuck to my reverse completely and my hormones are still like this. It takes time, it takes patience, and sometimes it takes just a little extra to help repair your hormones. And a lot of what I'm doing and what I'm doing now extra to repair my hormones is supplements to get my hormones back up. This is one of the supplements for my thyroid. 20 drops of that in this whole now like just crazy concoction that's gonna taste nasty, but we gotta do it anyway for health. Cheers. And I'm going to drink my morning greens as I make breakfast. There is greens in here, 10 grams of glutamine and collagen. Time for my favorite meal of the day. All of my meals are my favorite meal, so I kind of lied. Belinsky's chicken sausage, raspberries, gold kiwi, oats, and pecan butter. Chef's kiss. It hits all the good flavors. Sweet, savory, just hearty. This is like a dopamine rush. I don't get very much dopamine these days, but this is one of them. And that was really dramatic of me. I do get a lot of dopamine, but hormones, I already talked about it. Time to work. I'm gonna be so honest. The last thing I want to do right now is start my walking pad. But we gotta do it. I just know that if I get caught behind on steps, I'm going to be so mad at myself for getting so behind on steps. So we just gotta start her up and then get her moving. If you're somebody that lacks motivation to get steps in and you have a walking pad like I do, and you have a standing desk and you have the perfect setup to get steps in when you work, but you lack the motivation to do it, I'm gonna be honest, most days I'm not motivated to get steps when I work. I want to just sit in my chair. Look at this comfy chair that I have here. You're telling me I wouldn't want to sit in that? Like, yes, I absolutely do, but I need to get my steps in, which is what we're doing. And I actually did just run to the hair salon to get a bang trim. It feels so much better when they get grown out. It gets so annoying. And I'm drinking my first coffee of the day. Did not drink it before my appointment. I don't know why I didn't do that. I'm so tired. And this coffee needs to hit like yesterday. Got my client check-ins done. Let's go make the whey drip meal. I did get a little bit of a food increase, so this meal's going to be a teensy bit bigger than normal. Just a little bit. I literally only got a 25 carb increase, but for some reason that's just like feeling like so much in such a good way. Oh, she thick. Meal number 2, whey drip. So good. If you happen to be a new viewer and you are like, what the heck is whey drip? Let me tell you. The only thing that whey drip really is taking a protein powder, adding a tiny bit of water and making it into an icing-like consistency. That's what this goop is down here. But I make it like a whole-on experience. There's cream of rice underneath, Pride Foods brownie batter cream of rice. I do brown rice crisp cereal or Rice Krispie cereal, same thing. Raspberries, almond butter, and flaky salt. It's a dessert in a bowl. And the protein that I use today is Axe and Sledge Farm Fed Squirrely Nut Crunch. That's one of their Christmas flavors. And yeah, there's legit Christmas cookie crunchies in it. I think it's just Oreo crunchies. I don't know why I said Christmas cookies, but I'm thinking Christmas. Clearly. And my second coffee of the day. I only have 2 coffees a day, okay? We don't go crazy over here. 2, I feel like is very reasonable, but I'm gonna enjoy this meal now in peace. I'm actually going to be editing an Instagram post on my iPad. I recently just got an iPad, bought it off of one of my friends with the pencil, and it has been like a game changer for editing things on Canva. If you're somebody that uses an iPad for things like this, like creative things, drop your app recommendations. I love Canva. I've used Canva forever and I have the pro version, but using it on the iPad is like so much better. Also, drop recommendations for iPad games because I feel like games on an iPad are just superior, but drop all the iPad recommendations, please. This outfit is fully from the Young LA for Her Black Friday drop, which actually drops today, the day that this video comes out. So if you see this, snag some goodies. The full website will be 30% off for the next week or week and a half. And if you use my code, it helps support me. There is a giveaway link in the description below if you use my code now through December 2nd, or if you use my code at all throughout this month. Submit a copy of your receipt where it shows that you use my code in the Google form below. And I'm choosing a bunch of winners for closet giveaways, wage drip giveaways, and coaching giveaways. Now let's go train. But first, we have a lot to chat about in the car. Let's have a little pre-workout chat. Okay, so I really wanted to like have a very good, wholesome chat just about motivation because to be quite honest, I've already kind of mentioned it. I've been in quite a bit of a funk now for a bit over a week. I feel like I was on such a high for so long and for some reason, well, hormonally, I feel like I've hit such a low. It might not be obvious to you guys that I've even like been in this kind of low because of one thing: dedication. To whatever I do, I am dedicated to it and I keep showing up. I am not always going to be motivated, but the one thing that keeps me grounded is staying on plan. I feel like, and this might be a hard talk for some of you, a lot of people tend to just make excuses for themselves. And honestly, there's not room for that here in my life. I can't make an excuse for myself to not be on par to something because there's always going to be ups and downs. There is not one person's life that goes perfectly. There's always going to be periods of hardship. There's always going to be lows where you just feel so blah and you don't want to get up and you don't want to show up. But what makes or breaks somebody is if they show up during those hard times. If you just fold during hard times and you just get lazy, yeah, you're gonna fall off and you're not gonna like the direction that you're leading in. There's going to be times where you feel too overwhelmed and you feel like you need to cut out parts of your life to feel whole and grounded, and that's not always the case. If I got so overwhelmed and I cut out bodybuilding, I would not feel like me. And I've realized that over a period of time, and that's why I've been so centered and grounded on plan, because that's what makes me feel like me. And even though I feel so shitty and my motivation is so low right now to do literally anything, I'm still showing up and doing all those things that I said I wanted to do because it matters. The way that you build upon your days matter, even if you don't want to show up. With that being said, there is no magic potion to get you out of a funk. The only thing that gets me out of a funk is just being consistent on my plan, and eventually that funky attitude or mindset that I'm in just dissipates and I don't even realize it sometimes. And my funky attitude right now is literally my hormones just playing games on me. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't change how I approach my days. I shouldn't baby myself into, oh, well, you know, it's just a really hard time right now and I just can't do it. That's not me. That might sound very tough. That might sound like I'm being tough on myself. But at the end of the day, I'm an athlete. This is how I grew up. This is how I function. This is what gets me out of hard times, not by folding and being lazy or not hitting my goals, because that's not what serves me at all. And I know I'd feel so much worse if I did that. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can kind of relate to that. And I've kind of talked about it before, like some people just need to start somewhere. That kind of goes in with this as well. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I'm somebody that I used to get lazy and I used to fold under pressure and I used to just blow my normal routine out of the water and be like, it doesn't matter. It does matter, and I've realized that, and that's a change that I had to make. And guess what? When I made that change, something changed. And now I feel way more confident day to day in myself. Even when I've hit lows, I'm able to now pick myself back up and self-regulate my emotions and understand how I feel emotionally. And this is how I be. This is what helps me with bodybuilding. This is what helps me with life. And this same kind of thing couples into people's mindsets of, okay, when I feel like this, I don't want to eat on plan. I want to eat comfort foods. And while yes, that might serve a purpose in giving you short-term dopamine, understand that most of the time that isn't going to give you that long-term gratification that you want. I can promise you that. As somebody that used to eat off plan all the time, I would call it balance. I realized that that was not serving me the way that I wanted it to. I ended up not liking how my body looked over time. That short-term gratification did not outweigh the long-term goals that I had. Ultimately, now I'm loving the balance of lifestyle that I have, and I feel like I've really come into my own. The only time that I truly eat off plan and get a free meal is my one free meal a week. And as soon as I get that free meal, I'm like, yep, I'm good. I'm good to eat on plan, and then eventually I'll look forward to it again. But that's how I balance out my life, is staying grounded in the plan that I have for myself, the plan that's given to me by my coach. Even if you don't have a coach, but you set a plan for yourself, achieve that. Okay, my coach is not the one keeping me on plan. And if you have a coach, your coach can help you, hold you accountable, give you good resources, help you with balance. Like, that's something that I do with my athletes. But at the end of the day, it is going to be up to you to keep executing and to keep finding your form of happiness, your form of balance. And that's what's going to create long-term success for you. And that's what's going to get you out of a funk. Today, I'm excited to train. I'm not ecstatic to train. A cute outfit is definitely helping me right now. Every day I put makeup on, I get myself together so I feel good about my appearance for the day, even though I work from home. The little things add up, and there's really no magic potion. Like I said, you just have to keep showing up for yourself and being consistent and have that emotional intelligence to understand exactly how you feel and why you feel the way that you do. But just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean that you can just say all and not stay to your plan. And your plan might not even be fitness related. It might be something else, but just stay grounded in your routine, and I promise you, your future self will thank you. And on that note, cheers. Let's go train some glutes. Workout done. That was actually a pretty good workout given my physical and mental state. And I posed after for the first time in like a week, and I'm very satisfied with how I looked and how my posing was, despite being like hella deep in the luteal phase and honestly really just watery. At least I feel watery. But I have myself to thank for that because I have been on plan and on top of my shit. Probably would be worse if I was off plan. Anywho, now it's time for my regular scheduled post-workout meal in the car. I always pack this baddie because my drive home with traffic's probably gonna be like 45 minutes, and that is absolutely trash, so we plan ahead so I don't crash out so hard. I get hangry. Shrimp and cream of rice. I started using sauce again too. Maria, who owns New Sauce, she sent me some sauces to try, and I actually really enjoy them. I haven't even used sauces very much at all in my off season yet. This is like a mango pineapple sauce. Low calorie, 5 calories. It's really good. And yeah, shrimp cream of rice. Wild combo. And then on the side is some green kiwis. I'm gonna dig in, then drive home. Pray that there's no traffic. Well, there's gonna be traffic, but let's pray that it's not bad. Not one bone in my body wants to do this right now. This goes along with the whole theme of the video. Low motivation to do anything, and I mean that. I have to fold so much laundry. The cleaners are coming tomorrow, so of course I have to clean up so the cleaners can adequately clean. Here we go. Wow. Part 1 of this meal for me is my Ninja Creamy. Part 2 is the carbs and the green veggies. But look at how good this looks. Recipe ingredients right here on the screen. You need to try this. Look at how good this looks. Looks like legit ice cream. And I love chocolate ice cream, so having this very often keeps me very happy. Oh, and I finished doing the laundry. I feel very accomplished now that I did that. I also did the dishes, cleaned up a little bit. Haven't sat down yet, that kind of sucks, but we're about to sit down and enjoy this baddie. Okay, this is a big hear me out moment, but I'm making sourdough, or I'm toasting it. It's something that's so good to put on top as a fat source is coconut oil. Don't knock it till you try it. It's really good. It also melts so much easier than butter, which is a plus. My 2 slices of bread and asparagus. And we're gonna top it all with some salt. And that makes part 2 of my meal. Last meal of the day, we decorated our beautiful tree. Let me give you a close up. I'm so happy and proud of this tree. Let me preface with, I wanted just like a homey, timeless, vintage, classic looking tree. And this is what we did. It looks so stunning and beautiful. There's really no rhyme or reason with the ornaments in terms of like what I chose. Everything's pretty random. There's some sentimental ones in here. The Young LA ornament. I got initial ornaments from Anthropology this year. These are so cute. I of course got Jade one. There's ornaments from vacations that Anthony and I have been on together. There's some Axe and Sledge ornaments. This one was last year's. This one is this year's. More vacation ornaments. This one's from Mexico. Oh, I love this one. This one's a cow because Jade's nickname was Moo Moo, so I wanted to get a cow ornament. But this is the tree in all of her glory. Next year, I want to do a mix of colored lights in here so it really looks retro vintage. I even added the tinsel. It's gonna be a nightmare to clean up, but it looks beautiful right now. And then my beautiful decorations. And while we were decorating, Jade was visiting. So the way that she visits us is she makes this light turn on and off. I've made a TikTok about it before. I've caught it on camera. It's very wholesome and sweet, and no, it has nothing to do with the socket or anything because the TV was on. This is connected to the same outlet. The light started flickering when she had passed. Literally the same day as we were cleaning up her stuff after we dropped her off. And that's how she visits, and she was visiting us so much when we were decorating the tree. It was so sweet. Oh, also, who remembers or has had these bubble lights growing up? My nanny had these growing up. My nanny is one of my grandmas. I call her Nanny. And for some reason, when I was decorating, that popped into my mind and I had to find one. And I ended up finding one on Amazon, so I had to get it. Anywho, this is it for my night. Anthony and I are gonna watch TV after we eat our last meal. Here's my last meal. I feel like it's just a big random plate of very voluminous foods because I'll be honest, I still got an appetite, and by making my last meal higher in volume, it fills me up, makes me feel good. We have egg whites, strawberries, asparagus, and sweet potato. Japanese sweet potato with pecan butter on top. Can't forget about that. But if you guys learned something from this video, just know that find peace in your routine, find peace in your plan. That is what has really helped me just stay grounded even when things feel very hectic. I also romanticize the little things in life, like decorating a tree, just making sure I'm being really present and enjoying it, even though I might feel kind of down and off. And that's just how we get by. But that is it for today's video. If you like this video, please make sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. That's it. Love you all. Peace out.